Good morning, St. Martin, and welcome to another edition of One on One Fair and Balance. This morning, another interesting program we have in store for you this morning. And my guest this morning is Miss Dessout, Marceline Dessout, that we haven't seen in a long, long time. I'm sure you can remember her during the COVID when, she was very active with the union at the hospital, which I think she's still very active with the union. Fédération de la Santé et de l'Action Sociale, FSAS-CGTG. Good morning.
Good morning,
Marceline.
Jamal. Good morning, radio listeners here and abroad. Pleased to be here.
How you doing?
I'm there, Jamal. With the grace of God, I'm there.
First, let's go back because we haven't seen you since back, with the COVID situation. We don't really want to wake up, laying dogs. But you start back to work. You're back implemented at the collective at the hospital because you were one of those that really firm in not getting vaccinated, and you were basically put on a sideline.
Yes, we are back. Everyone that was out for the past 2 years that we were out and a half, we started back in 2023, June 2023, we started back to work. And we are there.
Okay. You got retroactive payments?
No, we haven't get it.
You lost those?
We wouldn't say so. We wouldn't say so because it's a case that is pending. We are still at the fight. And there are new elements that came up, and our lawyer is looking towards it, and hopefully we will get an answer. And I do believe we will get that answer. But I know it's a fight and it will take time.
Yeah. And you also, had the issue with the directress. I mean, the hospital was chaotic for a couple of years. I thought when everything calmed down, she left. We had an interim manager that was moving between, director moving between St. Bart's and here.
Before him, there was a woman. She was there. She was for a year, exactly a year in 1 month. She was there, and then tomorrow, they tell her she have to leave, and she really was doing her work with us because she had involved both unions that is in the hospital with everything that she was taking as decision. From the time she come, she put in place a program where we will meet every month, and we will go over certain things and see what is priority to deal with.
Yeah.
And that's what she was doing. And just so today for tomorrow, she was notified that she will be leaving and there will be someone else coming to replace her. And that was the director from St. Bart's that was with us for a few months.
Yeah. People always, have a negative thinking about unions, that union is always there to aggress the bosses and strike and stuff like that. And you mentioned that you had a pretty good relationship with
that directress.
That directress.
It's not only her. We had other persons that was in responsibility of the human resource of the direction, and they even with those that is responsible of the services, the CAD. We have communication with them. There's those that is okay, and there's those that maintain their position, and even if they're wrong, they wouldn't give you that satisfaction. We have those.
Yeah.
But the union in general is an overseer, is not there to fight with anyone. And a lot of people believe that a union is aggressive, a union is going to you. No. Jamal, I'll take the example of myself. I'm not an aggressive person. You have to really put me in a position that I will show you that I'm not dumb.
Yeah.
For me to stand up and open up myself.
Yeah.
But I like to work in peace. I like to work and with our understanding, because we are human beings and we have to work with each other.
Yeah.
But no, a union is not there for that, to be aggressive.
Yeah. You're here now, and you came with a three-page three-page pamphlet, if we can call it like that, with some grievances. And I thought, I mean, I had the vice president that sits on the board couple months ago concerning the ratings of the hospital, which he kind of talked about that. But here you have a series of grievances. I thought everything was okay and the hospital was going was working sur des roulettes.
Let me see, from the year 2016, I will say, we have been off balance. Just before Irma, which was in 2017, we became a turnover of directions that is not stable, that is not there, that you could say you could jump off with a work and able to finish it, accomplish it, and then move on to something else. It is every minute that you have to go back over. And in a way, you could understand them, because when they come, they don't know what was already in place, what was already done. And they don't want to go in a field where they don't know if it's sliding, if it's not balanced, So they will tell you, well, give me the time to go through, see how it is, and if there's things to be changed, because it's not because that person was there and give the okay that I will agree with it, because I don't want to get hurt. I don't want to be the one that they will say responsible for this problem. Let me see how it is. And this is what we face in
So every time
today.
the change of management
it throws you back. Yeah. Every time you get in trouble back with what you're doing, like work to advance the hospital, to advance the benefit of the workers and the patients.
So the and even with the doctors, because from what I kind of understand is that there is not a stable workforce when it comes to doctors and management, and it's difficult to recruit people to come to St. Martin.
This is one of the reasons why I'm sitting here today, because the population really need to hear and know the suffering that is going on in this hospital that we have, our little hospital that we have here on this island. We have this turnover in the hospital, not where the health nurse is concerned, but where nursing concerned, where all the specialists in the medical field as doctors concerned, we have that situation. We have a few doctors that is stable on the island for a few years, but we have a turnover of doctors that is going and coming. And each time it comes to the same thing as the direction. Some comes with their decisions, how they work, when they come, what that doctor already put in place or what he order, like equipments to work with, goes aside. So now another set of equipments have to come in. And that's a cost.
Yeah. But isn't the management, because I mean the management should be the one. If one person, there should be a continuity.
It should.
There should be a continuity, and the management that is not necessarily a doctor is there to manage and make sure that the operation functions smoothly, because a hospital is pretty vital for society.
So you see where the problem come when we don't have a stable direction? There it where it come from. Because who comes, they are doing the same thing. Okay, I understand your grievance, but I have to go through. That's the same thing. And that's why we have a hospital that is not stable.
Now, I understand that according to the document that you have there, that the directress that went on sick leave and was apparently retired, from what I understood. But now, reading your document here, she's been appointed as assistant director.
Directress. Yes, she's not retired as yet. She will be retiring at the beginning of the year 2026 because that's when she will be at the age for her to be retired. That will be in January, God's willing. But for the time being, she's out on sick leave. And knowing the situation of the hospital and knowing the demands that was meant from union and the authorities here on the island, they decide to keep her on this sick leave position. But she is permanent in her position as directress. She's not on contract. She's a permanent worker.
Okay.
And because of that, her position now has that they cannot put somebody permanent in her position. What we ask the government, l'ARS, what we ask them is to affect her somewhere else. Why keep her there? There's other places that she could go, so we could have the possibility of having somebody stable.
Wow.
That's what we asked. We did not get a response on it.
Because the relationship was not neither too good. So if she sits at the assistant directress desk, she can have a lot of influence on the directress.
Exactly. Whoever comes there as director, she will have an influence on decision making.
Yeah. Good. So apart from that, des cadres qui ne respectent pas la réglementation.
We have a few that we are having difficulties with where the workers concerned because everybody that has their responsibility as a cadre knows the criterias of the person that comes to work with him. They knows the procedures of the schedule that they have to be working with. They knows the effect when you abuse of the hours that person have to work. And we are going through that constantly with some. I'm not talking about all.
So some workers are being overworked, so that's what you're saying?
Some of the responsible persons of the service come with their dictatorship and they're pushing around a few of the workers and making them to understand if you don't want to adhere, leave.
Yeah.
And we write up about this because these are people that just come here on the island and they're doing something that is detrimental to people that have been working there for a while. And that's why we denounce it.
Okay. Any other grievances? So what are some of the issues here? They are being overworked. Do you feel that you are understaffed, or they are just abusing their power because they are in management position and they just feel like they can do what they want?
All include overworking the staff and mostly the staff that is on contract because they know they are not permanent workers
and they want to do whatever they want to do to remain.
Exactly. So they're doing, but it leaving an impact behind. And when an error being made, they're washing their hand off. Okay? Oh, but you accept to work. You accept to come in and do those hours. But it's you that told them that you need them to work.
What is the working conditions at the hospital? Is it really that bad? Because you don't want neither to make people believe that our hospital is not up to par. But what do you think? What is the working conditions?
If you have a page that is white, I cannot tell you that it's black. If you have a page that is there with different colors, I have to tell you it have colors. Okay? So I'm not going to pretend that our hospital is 100% okay. This being, apart from the COVID situation, right now in the hospital, it's been the first in our history since I am working, and there's others that is there before me that have never went through what they are going through today. We have a percentage of sick leave. We have a percentage of burnout.
Burnout, yeah.
That have never been
Stress,
existing
depression.
before. We have it. And it's sad because it could be 100% effective for our population.
So the management is pushing the workers to the limit. That's what you're saying.
Somehow
For better results, or
but you're abusing the staff at the same time. You want to have it okay. You want the work to be done, but at the same time, the person who have to do the work is not okay.
But aren't we too lay back?
I think so.
Because, you know, a lot of them may be Europeans, and, you know, they come to the islands, and, you know, it's a whole completely different culture, different lifestyle, you know, where everything is in a fast pace in those big cities, and when they see us walk a little slower than they do than they do in those other countries, they feel like we're a bit laid back, and they call us lazy.
You know, when we talk in that sense, they stigmatize us as racist. But I see the hypocrisy in this word using as racist. Why I will say so is because you cannot have your child go abroad to study for a particular field and cannot come back home to have a position, and they are there. And this is what we have in. It hurts every day to hear that you got certain amount of curriculums, diplomas of people that is here and demanding to come in to work, and they cannot. And you hearing that this one take vacation from home and come here with the benefit of an apartment, a car, and a salary for them to come here and work for a month, 2 months, 3 months, and they go back. Then you have to start back over with another set. And this is what we are encountering from since the COVID time until now.
But is it because because from what I understand from the other side of the coin, they're saying, you know, there's no qualified person.
Wow.
And they have to, you know, they have to fill the holes in that particular manner, because and of course a lot of people don't want to come to St. Martin or don't want to come to such a hospital, so it's like aux enchères. You know, you come here, so they demand all these benefits in order to be able to accept a job at a hospital. Is that the case?
In certain ways, there are that in place. And in certain cases, no. We do not have difficulties to have a nurse because we have our little Caribbean islands in the French that has diplomas that coming in, that asking to come. We do not have where help nurse concerned. We don't have that.
No.
There was a school, a formation was done here, where a few of them will be graduating, and officially there will be a ceremony for them. It hurt me, Jamal, to encounter two of them that tell me because they couldn't find no job, they had to end up working other places like a daycare center. When we have open doors
and have positions available at the hospital.
Yeah. And when we seen some other people that come in for that, and then we had that school was done here, and we have people here. Out of all of them, there are only 2 of them that did not succeed. Only 2. And now,
but were they trained?
We don't have them.
Were they trained to enter the hospital, or is just a training like that they put in place?
They were trained. They received
to go and work at the hospital.
Yeah, the old home, the hospital, Ashade, those services, they're qualified for that.
No, I understand that they are qualified, but were they told that there is openings, or there is, for example, 5 posts and we train in 7 people, and these posts is yours once you succeed your exam?
Jamal, we always have, I don't know how they did their thing, okay? For those help nurse, I don't know how they did it. Whether the government did a survey, survey on
to find out exactly
to find out exactly. I don't know.
But that should be logical. That should be logical.
From ever we have that problem to find help nurses on the island. We have them today. We have. So what's the problem? How is it possible that we are receiving from abroad? How is it? But the only thing they're telling you constantly is that we are part of the French territories, and it's normal that
they can mutate from.
They can come from wherever to work.
So there's no preferential treatment.
This is what is the problem. Protecting the jobs here for the people that is qualified is a serious problem. I'm not talking only for we in a hospital. We have a serious problem on our hand that the government need to find a way to protect the jobs on the island.
Okay. As a union, have you alerted the hospital concerning those issues?
Yes, Jamal. That is something we're doing constantly. A few years back, we put an agreement with the director that was in position at that time. I'm going back to 2011. We put an agreement to prioritize the young ladies at the front desk in a hospital, that they be locals, not for racists, because people like to talk about races. They're quick to talk about it. Not for racist situation. It is because these people that we ask for as locals, they could speak different languages. They know the people.
They know the culture. They
know the culture. So they could able to communicate with the people. We have a problem when a nurse, a doctor go out to receive a patient. You already in pain, and then this person telling you, if you cannot speak French, I can't help you, and walk away from you. If those girls in the front desk that knows the people and could speak, they will able to help the doctor, help the nurse to do the translation. But now we're seeing a shift that we do not agree to, but this is where the government need to step in. We denounce and we write up about it. There was agreement, but now it's shifting.
Yeah. But shouldn't, in all state services, all the top-notch management have to have a notion of English when they are sent or mutate to St. Martin. Isn't that the case at the hospital? Because I mean, they know they come into when a doctor comes is mutate or comes to work in St. Martin, he knows that he will hear a minimum of two languages. A minimum of two languages, which is French and English.
And this is why we're talking about it a lot, because it's an insult for somebody that is suffering and have pain and their life into jeopardy. It's vital that you could communicate quick to understand what's going on with the person. What is the issue? Why, this is the vital part. And yes, we have that problem. I realize now that we have, the one that we had as a director replacing that from Sinbad, he's speaking English. And he was showing it, And a few that is there now, we realize that they're picking up on communicating in English too. Yeah. Okay? But it is a reality that need to be dealt with.
But you still have some of the, hard-headed ones that feel like, on est en France et puis
yes, we do have
ça s'arrête là, quoi. On
yes.
parle français.
Yes, we do have it.
If you don't speak French.
And I see right now, even in the France Emploi, what they have.
France Travail.
France Travail.
Yeah.
I see right now that they have this demand now, that they're asking when you come in for certain positions that you have the notion of English. Yeah. And it's important.
Of course. I mean, and the French people, they love when their children is able to speak English.
Oh, Jamal, not to drift from the issue of the hospital. But
I'm sure that
we have a lot of them that is here on the island working in different areas that have their children go to school on the Dutch side.
Yeah, because they want them to be multilingual.
Of course.
But when they speak to you, they
want you to speak their language. They don't want to accept.
Hard-headed.
Yeah.
They hard-headed. You talked here also about the in this these grievances that you have, which is I thought was a lot of grievances for a hospital, or it's just an accumulation of.
It is accumulation. Mm-hmm. It is accumulation because, as I tell you, from 2016 we have this turnover of direction. We don't have a stability. When we have the hope when one come that a change is going to happen, we get the minimum of service and then we go right back onto the same situation again.
What management tells you when you address that particular situation of that, heavy turnover of qualified staff? What do they tell you?
It's not their fault. It's the way the system goes. It takes time to get things put in place, and in time for it to happen, that's the way they have to go about it. Mm-hmm. But we have the notion and the knowledge to know the difference, that things could be done better than how it is. Mm-hmm. So that's why we say the government is at fault. Yeah. I'm not talking about our collectivity government. I'm talking about
the national.
The national. Yeah. They are at fault, and I'm saying they are playing a game.
Yeah. The national. But on a national level, the hospitals in France is also deplorable. I mean,
why? What is the problem? I'm gonna give you a little bit about it. Privatizing the medical sector. That's a little bit about it.
Okay.
Reducing the employment. That's another factor. And it's causing a chaos.
Is the cleaning because I looked at a couple of reports with the national hospitals where they privatize a certain amount of services, and one of the first services that they privatize is the cleaning of the rooms, and they have to clean so many rooms, or they have a time frame of 15 minutes to completely clean a patient room, disinfect it, and all of that. That's not the conditions that we are experiencing here, no?
And I feel that's what they're looking at. But for now, no, that's not the condition of our hospital.
Okay.
We have physically, not robots, because in certain areas in France already, they have robots already doing certain work. But here, we have cleaners. We may not have all that we need, but we have physical people. Okay. And cleaning a room in 15 minutes is not possible. Because you
can clean a room in 15 minutes.
No, you know why?
But not a hospital room.
Exactly. In the medical field, this is what they're pushing it to, but it's not possible because you have a period of disinfecting a room. And it reach almost to 15 minutes. So what time you have to clean the room properly when you have to clean a room, disinfect it as soon? It could be 2 persons use that room for the day. You have to disinfect that room the same way. So what time you really have 15 minutes to clean a room?
Any services have been privatized at the Louis Constant Hospital?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
So we're safe on that on that particular issue.
Yeah.
Apart from the lab, for example, I understood that now there is a lab that has been put in place.
There is a lab that have been put in place, but it's not privatized. It's intern.
It's intern.
Intern.
Because before they had to go to the lab.
Yes.
And,
That's
so that's an improvement, no? Isn't it?
In a way, but
because then you get your lab works right away.
Yeah, it takes less time.
Yeah.
There's certain bilans that you still have to deal with extern, but there is results that they give right away. In the hospital.
You mentioned that the externalization of the lab or the external labs are also under pressure. There's not enough labs on the island. What's the situation on that?
We do have labs for the time being. Before 5 years ago, we really had a problem with labs because there was a waiting list, and it became like the prefecture in years gone by, where people had to go and get up early in the morning and go
4 o'clock.
To wait for you to pass to get a result. But now we are not seeing that no more.
Okay.
We have about 3 labs on the island, and it's much better. But it was just a situation of cost financially that the hospital had take that decision to put it intern. Use nurses in the hospital to do a training to able to do the lab work. Yes.
MRI machine was also put in place?
It's not yet. No,
not
it
yet.
will be. They have a construction to do.
Yeah.
Before, and then they will
have to build a special area for that. But these are some improvements. So
yes. Yes.
So it's not all bad.
But
or not enough improvements.
Again, it was a decision made to have that done. But now with this director that we have here now, it is a decision that is on hold. So again, it's throwback.
Okay.
It was a date set for it to be started. And those things all is on hold because of financial difficulties that a hospital are going through. We have a deficit of 10 million. And because of this, the hospital have a lot of things that will be...
And the French system, the care of the patient is priority.
Always.
Money is not the issue.
Always. It haven't been changed.
But you're saying you still have a deficit, so they still have to cut some certain things
And
because of monies.
that's what this director that is here now,
Mhm.
that is his mission.
To balance the budget or cut
Balance
back.
the budget,
Oh.
cut back. Both of them are in place.
Yeah. So
We
private
have to find where there is too much of
spending.
expense
Yeah.
and cut down on it.
Mismanagement.
Yeah.
Yeah. One that shocked me is the kitchen. And again, the two things for me that is vital in a hospital is, the cleaning of the rooms so that you don't pick up any
Infections.
infection or germs, because when you pick up a germ or an infection in a hospital, it may be more serious than if you pick it up on the street.
True.
The kitchen apparently also have some issues.
Yeah, we have some issues with the kitchen because work haven't been done for about 10 years. And we have a lot of material that was not functioning.
Yeah.
We have the walls, the doors that needs to be changed, repair. We have a lot of situation with the ceiling, and we notify, we demonstrate about it. Quickly, they came, we sit down, we had a round table, everybody expressed themselves of how they feel, the difficulties that we are going through in the kitchen, because I'm a worker from the kitchen, and they put in priority what was needed first, and that they would get for us, and then the others was going to follow on the following year. And this I'm talking to you is from since 2024. And this year, February, we were supposed to get another set. Now,
So they was doing it in phases.
yes, and the directress who was there that put that in place, when she leave, the director that was from St. Bart's came in, and
He wasn't satisfied with certain things.
he wanted to go over her decision and review back what was decided, because there was situation with business places that deliver goods to the hospital and different thing that had not been paid. So they was prioritizing to pay those furniture. And when he told us that he will have to go back over it and thing, then after we tell him, well, this we suffering too long.
But it's not a health issue. It's not concerning a health issue. It's a matter of equipments that is being old and the deterioration
it have the health issue and the material, because if you are not working in the proper condition, you're finding yourself sick, you're finding yourself burnout, then you're seeing sick leave coming. Often this one's sick because of certain things that is going on.
Can handle the pressure.
Good. So we have both. And to our surprise, they told us that we're going to get our material. And when we get material, we're discovering that it is second-hand material. Second-hand material don't have no guarantees. And this, we don't accept it.
Well, they're cutting on the budget.
And that's why we denouncing it, because this is a problem. This is a problem to us.
So you here you hear at the radio and talking to the public, but before that you also give your grievances to the management and explain them.
Yes, we did.
Yeah. Any response that you have gotten yet, or since you give your grievances to the management, or you still have to wait on answers?
The response was, we are in deficit, and they cannot do better than that right now. That's the response. So I said, it is disrespectful to us as workers, and to see the time, the patience that we had waiting. We give them the chance. We work in conditions that nobody will accept. And this is what we get.
Mm-hmm.
So I said it's disrespectful.
You know, and in France, they say, you know, a lot of the workers in the hospital says, you know, during COVID, they were all praised for the good job that they did. And a lot of them, you know, feels the same way that you feel today.
Jamal, that haven't been changed. With the COVID concern, it is something that is in our memory. Even if we have Alzheimer, it will not be forgotten. We will pass over it, but you can't forget the scar is so deep that if you don't put yourself mentally to go over that, it's impossible to understand how human could turn like that.
Where do we go from here? What is the next step for you, as you got a response basically that nothing can be done because there's no money?
We are waiting. We are waiting for a meeting that will be occurring with some other unions that will be coming to the island, and we taking up it with a lawyer also, because we intend to go further with it, because this is too much, and the situation is as if Ligas, l'ARS, even our senators that went and denounced things, what is going on in the hospital, what need to be done, and is as if her words, the proof that she take with her and bring out, it's like it's gone in the air, because the results that we have today is impossible.
Okay.
So we will have to take it to another level.
Is your union the majority union at the hospital?
Yes,
is the only
right
union?
now, yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Other unions in the hospital that supports your grievances?
Yes, the other union do support the grievances, but what to say? This is what's going on with us.
Good. Well, anything else you want to mention that we forgot to talk about, Marceline Dessout?
No, Shamauk, I don't have nothing else to say right now, but I know I will get back to you soon as possible.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to let the people know that we do have people on the island that is qualified. We do have workers that their hearts is out to do good for their people. But they need to be to the side of the workers when time is right. When the time is right.
Right. Yeah. Should we expect some type of industrial action anytime soon, or you?
I don't want to pronounce on that as yet, Jamal. But believe me, you will know. Okay?
Good. Thank you, Marceline Dessout from la Fédération de la Santé et de l'Action Sociale.
Thank you, Jamal.
FSAS CGTG. If you miss this program, it's available on our Facebook page. You can view it as much as you wish. For me, I should be back with you this evening. 37 square miles. Thank you, Marceline. Thank you for sharing that information. But the hospital is still functioning. And
yes, it's still functioning. Lord, yes.
Still functioning. We're not frightening people, but the employees are under tension.
Yes.
Tension and stress. Allez, à plus tard. Ciao, ciao.